Hello, welcome back to my channel. Summer Penny here. Today I am having LASIK, laser eye surgery. I've had glasses since the 7th grade, contacts since I was like 13 or 14. So we're getting ready to leave now. We're gonna get a coffee, go to the clinic. Just the concept of waking up and seeing. We got our Starbucks and we're on the way to Lasik MD in Edmonton. Did you know that you can smell your eyeball burning? Yeah, when they cut the layer. So I'm gonna smell my eyeball. 20/20 vision. Yeah. Oh. I guess it goes this way. Yeah. They actually had a really nice lounge. They had multiple charging cords for both iPhone and Android, water, TV, music, and the chairs were comfortable. I was actually walking laps around this place to get steps in while I waited my turn. This is directly before, y'all, I was so anxious. No phones in here. This is right before surgery on that big brown door. So as you can see, the sign said no phones. I did ask if I could get a video, but alas. Deep breaths. Immediately after, I went to a dark room. Don't worry, I will tell you all about it. But first, I went home and I rested, listened to some murder podcasts, and my dog snuggled up right here on me the entire evening. It was so precious. I'm gonna turn this. It's a little bright. It's been a couple hours. I'm home and in bed. I was in the clinic for many hours. Basically, you go and you just have a couple tests. The first test was just like your regular eye doctor where they check, your vision, your eye muscles, the pressures in your eye. Then I went back to the waiting room, had another exam where it was just your regular eye exam like you would at the doctor, like getting your prescription taken. Back to the waiting room. That process was done again to be verified by a different person. Back to the waiting room. Then went to the counseling / payment side. So I was taken by someone else into another room where I did the payment and consent forms, and then back to the waiting room. And then finally, at like 1 in the afternoon, it was my turn. Got there at 9:30. And yeah, very quick process. Holy. You get in there, you're laid down. It's like a light right in front of you. And they take tape to like tape your eyelashes down. And then if you've seen Final Destination, you know that they have this speculum, a metal speculum that like pries your eye open. So they use that, and honestly that was the most pain I felt. They numb the eyeball with drops, but I felt that metal scratchy thing, and it was just scratchy and uncomfortable. And your body is like wanting to fight it and just close your eyes, but you can't. And then they put something else over your eye that puts pressure on the eyeball, so you lose your vision temporarily. And that's just because of the pressure on the optic nerve. The things you're seeing can no longer refract off the back of your eye, sending the message of what you're seeing. So it's normal to lose your vision temporarily. And you don't feel anything, you just hear and smell. But what was so fascinating, I thought, was that I could see a pair of like tweezers coming in, obviously medical grade, but I could see my corneal flap lift up. It was like seeing clearly and then seeing blurrily, but I could see this clear film peel. So fascinating. And yeah, painless. I just smelled a little bit like burning hair smell. And then I went to a dark room for 20 minutes and I immediately noticed a difference in my prescription. I'm quite blind. I'm minus 4.5 in my right eye. I should show you a little clip I found on TikTok that shows what a minus 4.5 prescription looks like. I'll see if I can pin that here to show you this is what I normally see. So I'm quite blind. And I'm in this dark room and I'm looking at the wall and they have surgical, medical grade gloves, small, medium, large. And I could see the S, the M, the L, sitting quite far from the wall. I'm blind. Like, I have never been able to see like that. So now it's been a couple hours. I was quite uncomfortable coming home. The numbing drops wore off. And they don't give you any analgesic, which is pain. They don't give you anything for pain, just antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, and a regular solution eye drop. So when I came home, the eye numbing was wearing off, so I was quite uncomfortable with a lot of photophobia, which is just sensitivity to light. So I'm in my dark room, listening to podcasts. My fiance is taking care of me, and we just ordered food. So yeah, I can't do anything digital for 24 hours, so no TV, no movies, no reading, no phone, nothing for 24 hours. So I've just been bored. I FaceTime my mom, talk to my girlfriends on voice to text. So yeah, it was recommended to come home and nap, but I couldn't sleep. And they did give me a benzo, but it couldn't have been very much because I felt the effects in the car on the drive home, and it's 5 and I no longer feel the effects. I probably stopped feeling them by 3 or 4. So it couldn't have been a very strong benzo. And it was PO, that was another thing. If I were to do it again, my advice to anyone would be go to your family doctor, get a prescription for Ativan. You only need 2 of them, and he would probably give it to you. Or if you have your own prescription of Ativan, take that with you. And when you get to the payment option, your turn is going to be in half an hour. So when you get to the payment option, take your Ativan. Because this this optometrist, or whatever his job title is for doing eye surgeries, offers a benzo, but it's PO, meaning you take it by mouth. So that's going to take 20 to 30 minutes to take effect. And he gives it to you when you're sitting in the chair to be operated on. He doesn't give it to you beforehand. You could, but if you want it beforehand, then it could delay your line in the queue for the surgery. So, only thing I would advise going forward is get the benzos on board sooner, you guys. Or take your own. Good morning. It's the next day after my surgery. I had to stay in a dark room. I pretty much stayed in bed all day with these glasses on, and I had to sleep with them on. The brightness was really painful, so I just wanted to stay in darkness, literally. I had to sleep with these on. I'll show you what my eyes look like. You can see some conjunctival hemorrhage, but I can see. I'm excited to go back and get my follow-up. They're going to test my vision, so I could be 20/20. Some people even end up being 20/15, which is just crazy. I have no pain, no discomfort. I'm fine.
Frustrated with that decision against Lewis Cook. He felt that.
Officially a little over 24 hours since I had my surgery. My vision at my checkup this morning is 20/15, so better than 20/20. I don't have to wear the goggles anymore unless I just have photophobia or bright lights. This morning, bright lights were still a little painful. Now I'm actually doing pretty okay. Only thing I found was my eyes got tired quickly. I found seeing words to be painful for my eyes focusing on them. So kept the phone usage to pretty minimal all day until this evening. I'll show you some of my hemorrhaging. That's it. No pain, a little bit of dryness, which is normal. At my checkup, they said I have a little bit more inflammation in my right eye, so they wanted me to double the anti-inflammatory drops in this eye and the frequency of it for 2 extra days. Yeah. Resting, relaxing, taking it easy. Went for a walk today. That was really nice to get some steps. And I went while the sun was still higher up in the sky, so it wasn't shining on my face or anything. Now I'm gonna have a bath and have some supper. So I just had my bath. As you can see, these are my prescriptions. We have an antibiotic, a steroid, anti-inflammatory, and just regular eye drops. And they even wrote down the times to take them on the first day so that I didn't have to use any of my brain. And then after that, it's just breakfast, lunch, dinner, and before bed, a drop of each. Like I was saying, my red eye is a little more swollen or inflamed, so they want me to do extra drops in my right eye. So yeah. And then waiting a little bit before the next drops, that you're not flushing it out with the other medication. But yeah. The first day, like yesterday, it gets all gunky in your lashes because they tell you don't go anywhere near your eyes, don't touch anything above the cheek. So you're just like tearing and drops and your eyelashes get crusty. And they're like, just let it crust and tear. So it was so nice today to just use like a warm cloth and clean my eyelashes. It's nice. This one you need to shake, and this is the one that I have to do extra in my right eye, just more frequently. And then I have a cute little scheduler so I can check off that I did dinner, dinner, dinner. This one gives a really bad postnasal drips, so that's a bit of a bummer, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. And then the last one are just regular hydration drops. I do find my eyes feel dry, but I also take an evening medication for migraine prevention that causes a side effect of dry eyes. So it doesn't feel any different than my regular daily dryness. So that's a bonus for me. Some people, actually most of the reviews were great, but the odd review had some pretty complainy people saying that they had the dryness for a long time and they're spending $50 on expensive eye drops or something. I just read one review like that. But honestly, this level of dryness is no different than what I experience daily anyway, so I didn't have much to lose. Okay, today is day 5. The red spots are almost gone. Very minimal photophobia, a little bit of blurriness, but it's intermittent. I'm still doing my drops extra in the right eye for 2 more days because of that inflammation, but it's starting to become not blurry in this eye anymore. Like, I can see very well. Overall, it was a really great experience. So far, I'm super thrilled with the results. Be sure to come back because I'm gonna do a makeup video post LASIK. It'll be like probably whenever the redness is gone. But for right now, 5 days post, so far it was worth it. So far it's been good. It's been so nice to just go to the gym without glasses or contacts, to go skating especially, and to just wake up and see. God forbid, what if someone broke in my house? Something I always thought about was I would have to be like feeling around in the bed for my glasses before I could get up and run. I feel rest assured that I don't have to have that fear anymore. Also, I'm so hot and warm right now. I'm doing some house chores before, you won't believe it. Not a vase, not flowers. I went antiquing. So if you wanna know what's in that box, check out my next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any LASIK related questions, ask below. I'm an open book. Thanks for being here.